How to Train Your Dragon. In a misty, rugged land far to the north, the Viking village of Berk sits atop towering cliffs overlooking the churning sea. For generations, the villagers have waged a fierce and relentless battle against a scourge that comes from the sky: dragons. These creatures raid their homes, burn their crops, and steal their livestock. Every young Viking is trained to fight and destroy these winged beasts. And no one despises dragons more than Stoick the Vast, the village chief, a towering warrior with a heart set on protecting his people. However, Stoick's only son, Hiccup, is unlike the other Vikings. Scrawny, inventive, and far from the strong warrior his father hopes for, Hiccup is an awkward, misfit teenager in a world where strength and bravery are prized above all. Despite his eagerness to prove himself, Hiccup's attempts to fight dragons often end in disasters that embarrass him and frustrate his father. One night, as the sky crackles with fire and the village erupts in a dragon raid, Hiccup uses one of his inventions, a net-shooting contraption, to try and capture a dragon on his own. Miraculously, he brings down a dragon, and not just any dragon, the Night Fury, the most elusive and dangerous dragon of them all. But when Hiccup finds the creature tangled in his net, he feels something unexpected: sympathy. Instead of killing the dragon, he frees it. In the days that follow, Hiccup secretly returns to the forest where he left the dragon, now injured and grounded. Slowly, he begins to gain the dragon's trust, and they form an unbreakable bond. Hiccup names the dragon Toothless, due to its retractable teeth, and through their friendship, he discovers something extraordinary. Dragons are not the monsters the Vikings believe them to be. They are creatures of intelligence, loyalty, and beauty. Toothless shows Hiccup a world above the clouds, a world of flying, freedom, and friendship. Hiccup begins to see life through a new perspective and dreams of a future where dragons and humans live in harmony. Meanwhile, the village prepares for a final, all-out battle to rid themselves of the dragons once and for all. Stoick believes he can end the raids by finding the dragon's nest, a mythical place that none have ever located. As Hiccup secretly learns to ride Toothless and understand dragons, he begins to see his people's belief system for what it is: an illusion born of fear and misunderstanding. Hiccup realizes that the dragons raid Berk not out of malice, but because they are forced to feed a monstrous, gigantic dragon called the Red Death, who rules their hidden nest. The dragons bring food to the creature, living in constant fear. Hiccup understands that killing the dragons would solve nothing. The only way to bring peace is to confront the real enemy, the Red Death. In a powerful moment of bravery, Hiccup decides to tell his father about Toothless, hoping to make him understand. But Stoick feels betrayed, angered that his son has grown close to the creatures he despises. In his desperation to protect Berk, Stoick takes Toothless captive, intending to use him to locate the dragon's nest and destroy it once and for all. But when the Vikings launch their assault on the nest, they quickly realize they are no match for the massive Red Death. Just as hope seems lost, Hiccup and his friends, who have learned to ride dragons themselves, arrive on the scene. In a heart-pounding battle, Hiccup and Toothless work together, their bond stronger than ever, to bring down the Red Death and free the dragons from its tyranny. The Vikings return to Berk, transformed by the experience. They no longer see dragons as enemies but as companions. Through his compassion, courage, and willingness to question tradition, Hiccup unites two worlds that were once at war. The villagers and dragons begin a new chapter, one where they coexist and support each other, a vision that seemed impossible just a short time ago. Hiccup, once a misfit, becomes the hero of Berk, not because of his strength or skill in battle, but because of his understanding and his belief that even the fiercest battles can be won by extending a hand of friendship. And so, the story of How to Train Your Dragon reminds us that sometimes, the key to taming even the wildest of creatures lies in empathy, patience, and the courage to see beyond fear. Thanks for watching. If you found value in this video, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing to Wide Scope for more diverse content. Hit the bell icon to stay updated with our latest videos. Also, please suggest ways I can create better quality videos so that I can provide you with even better content in the future.